And welcome back to another episode of
Potation Chronicles, episode 4. That theme music makes you feel like I got to be on the lookout. Like, who am I going to shoot with my revolver? You know what I'm saying?
with your 6-shooter.
Yeah, like just like who's coming to pop out of these cacti and mountains?
I'll be your huckleberry. All right. I am your host, Brian.
And your co-host, Cisco.
We hope everybody's doing well today, tonight, this morning, this afternoon, this evening.
It's 5 o'clock
Who
somewhere.
cares? Yeah. You're never going to be on our time clock, everyone. Time clock. Don't pay attention to me. I was super frustrated trying to get this thing up and running just now. But we're here. I'm excited to do it.
Yes.
I look forward to it all day, if I'm not lying. It's pretty exciting.
It is.
Sit down and record.
Yes.
I was telling our buddy Daniel the other day, when you put on these headphones and you start talking, it feels different than just talking regularly.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like a normal conversation. I mean, we're having normal conversation.
Right.
We're not acting.
Yeah.
But it's different. I feel like it's more enjoyable. You're more, I feel like you're more laser focused to the other person.
Yeah.
Or people.
That's
depending
true.
on how many people are there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? How do you like these little chairs I got?
Comfy.
Balling on a budget, dude. I went to IKEA and they were the only ones that were left.
Hey.
$7 and like 80 something cents.
And dude, they'll last you for, like 7 days and it'll be worth it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get at least 4 podcasts out of them. Everything else was sold out.
Yeah.
Literally. Every tag that I looked at, I was like, ooh, that's a nice chair. It's got like swivel in it. It's comfy. It bounces a little bit when you sit.
Yeah.
Not available. I was like, oh, that's strange. Another chair, not available. I was like, dude, there's nothing in this whole showroom that says I could buy it right now. I guess because everybody's working from home.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah, and I feel like now's the time where everybody's doing like the DIY stuff. Like, well, I'm gonna be home, so I might as well make it look good.
Yeah. Enough with the non-important, boring stuff for everybody. Cisco, what's on the menu today?
Today we are going to drink Anderson Valley's Salted Caramel Porter by Anderson Valley Brewing Company. Do I hold it up to the camera?
You can. I don't know.
Will it focus?
Not ever look away.
Hopefully you guys saw that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a bourbon barrel aged porter. It was aged for 6 months in bourbon barrels.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I've actually had this one. I feel like you've had a sip of it at least, and it's a very tasty.
Well, I don't remember it, so I'm excited.
Hey, it's good. It's a good thing. Okay, well, why don't we start off with design? Simple label, right?
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Shoot that sucker over here. Let me see it.
Nothing super fancy. It's kind of got that
It's got a salted caramel vibe to it for sure.
Yeah, it's got that military print, you see on like bullet boxes and stuff.
Wow, like the stenciled, spray painted
Yeah.
writing on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's get this on the camera.
The shanty.
For those who are just listening, sorry for that awkward pause.
Yeah.
I got up from my seat to show the camera the label of the beer. I like how it looks. So it's got like this brown, almost like spray painted stenciled lettering that says salted caramel porter. In the background, it's got like a very almost transparent image of stacked barrels, bourbon barrels, malt beverage aged in 6 months. Bourbon barrels.
I like that they expose the aluminum on the shoulder of the can.
Yeah.
kind of just makes me feel like,
Gives it an industrial vibe.
yeah, looks like they just made it like last week.
Like they made it on a low budget underground.
Yeah. Like it's going to be
Somewhere-
good, you know, like it's passion.
Yeah. Somewhere in the hills of somewhere. Somewhere in the hills of somewhere.
Yes. In the hills of Anderson Valley. So there's a little phrase on there that says, read that phrase so I don't butcher it.
Oh, let me see. Where?
It's like, there you go. Uh-huh.
Ballhornen?
Yeah, I think it's Ballhornen.
Ballhornen since 1987.
Yeah, so
Ballhornen since 1987.
that is a language that they speak in Boonville. I think it's called Boontling. So it's their own language. Yes.
Crack her open.
Okay. Here we go.
Oof. I'm going to have to lower that in post. Definitely went over the decibel range.
Oh.
Feel the weight of the can, young sensei.
You're gonna have to explain that to our listeners.
So Cisco said every time he pours a beer, he feels like he pours way more on the first one than on the second one. And I told him, try, instead of measuring the pour, feel the weight of the can. Whatever you feel is half.
And I told him, like, wow, that's like revolutionary. Like it's a game changer.
I just feel like the first time you just focus on like how much beer is going into the glass without how much is left in the glass.
True.
I mean in the can.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's pretty good. It's pretty even right there.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's dark.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pitch black, guys.
Almost pitch black.
To the light, I mean, yeah, it's pretty dark.
Yeah. No lights going through there. It's coming. It's almost like a Coca-Cola color.
I smell it from here.
Yeah. That head. That.
Good retention.
Yeah. Yeah. We got our little notepad.
Appearance.
Let's see here. Appearance. What do you think about that appearance?
Appearance is nice.
Yeah. It's got a nice rich color.
Mm-hmm. And again, the head retention is pretty good.
Yeah. What about that aroma? What are you getting?
Boozy right off the bat.
Oh yeah. You can smell the age, the days that it's spent inside the bourbon barrels
Totally.
every month.
Second whiff is a bit sweeter.
I get a little bit of that caramel.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Caramel? Caramel?
It's been debated for millennia, bro.
I know some people say caramel, and that pisses off a lot of people.
Yeah, I almost don't know what they're talking about. Like, wait, what? Oh,
Caramel.
yeah.
Caramel? You mean caramel?
Like Caramello Anthony.
Yeah, when you kind of give that sucker a swish. It smelled like caramel a lot. It touched the tip of my tongue before I cheersed you.
Ooh,
Almost.
it's bad juju.
Almost. All right. Tastes like candy.
Holy cow. That is nice.
I love salted caramel. Salted caramel, I want to say everything, but that's not true.
I like the idea
Mostly
of it.
ice cream. Salted caramel ice cream, delicious.
Yes, I know.
I love salted caramel ice
I
cream.
know you do, yeah. I'd like to.
Oh, dude, you have to just get into it.
I like the first spoonful, and then after that, I feel like I'm going to be diabetic.
maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's all it is. You just take one spoonful,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's
it.
That's your savory delight. Not savory, but like
Sweet.
your sweet delight that you get to
This is very good.
enjoy. It is good.
I've had it before, but it's as enjoyable as the first time. Although I remember the very first time that I tried this, I was shocked at how clear the salty, the caramel sweetness came through with the booziness.
I could taste a little bit of like that salt.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's caramel and then there's salted caramel.
Yes.
And this is definitely salted caramel. It's good. Some of that malt's coming through.
Okay, mouthfeel.
Oh. Mouthfeel from 1 to 10. 10 being like really full bodied, which is my preference. I feel like this would get like an 8.
It is very viscous.
It's viscous, but not as viscous as some other stouts that I've had or porters.
Okay.
Porters usually are not very full bodied.
Exactly. So for a porter,
Porter, it's up there.
it's very viscous. It's very almost like if you told me this was a stout, I would believe you. Because this is more viscous than some stouts out there.
Yeah, well, cheap stouts.
Yeah, like
What
Guinness.
I've noticed is not anything, but a majority of the time when you have stouts that are below 8% ABV, they tend to be kind of watery.
Agreed. Absolutely.
They're not very full bodied. It's like a beer soda instead of its own viscosity and thickness.
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, this is good.
It's very enjoyable.
It doesn't taste like soda.
No.
Yeah, the majority of porters that I've had are just kind of average.
Agreed.
It takes a good porter to kind of impress me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say this is an imperial porter, but
It tastes imperial.
yeah, I mean,
What ABV is it?
9.5.
Woo!
I would think all the imperial. Well, I've seen imperials starting at 8.
I would almost call it an imperial porter,
Yeah, I feel like
even if it's not on the label.
we have to look it up and see what qualifies something as imperial. But this tastes imperial.
That tastes like salted caramel vanilla ice cream.
It's very good. This is a nice break from our IPA
Yeah,
little run.
yeah, definitely is. You can taste it on your lips after the sip. You can taste the salt.
This is so good. This is up there, guys.
Yeah. This on some vanilla bean ice cream, like a float. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Is that the greatest invention ever? I don't know, man. It's pretty tasty.
I like it a lot.
For those who like salted caramel, go out and buy this beer. This is definitely a doozy. It's boozy. It's a perfect level of sweetness. That salted caramel part of it kind of comes out at the end. Like when you lick your lips, you can taste a little bit of that salt that went into the beer.
I would say that even people that don't like salted caramel, like myself,
Yeah.
like I don't like it enough to like have a full tub of ice cream. Like it would take me a long time to finish that tub of ice cream. But this is super enjoyable because I get the idea, of it without getting like the just punch in your face of sugar.
That's really good. Probably said that about 1,000 times already, but that is delicious.
I think it's also important to note that this is more up our alley. Well, for me at least.
Yeah. I like IPAs. But if you ask me, would you rather have an IPA or a really good stout? I'd go with a stout.
Agreed.
IPAs are good. I have nothing against IPAs. I love a good IPA, especially one that's like a good bang for your buck.
Right. It's true.
Good garage beer.
Mm-hmm.
Garage beer.
Because like IPAs have become so common now.
Yeah, and everybody's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about IPAs is that I feel like there's not as much creativity inserted as there is in the realm of like porters and stouts.
That's true.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like stouts, you have all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with ales. Ales and stouts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get like the Christmas season ales and stouts, and they're like peanut butter, you know, stouts, or like gingerbread stouts.
Yeah. Those can be pretty. They can miss pretty hard with those Christmas ones sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to remember which one it was, but there is one that really nails it, and I like it during Christmas season. I think it's by North Coast. Narwhal by North Coast Brewery.
I don't think I've had that one.
Is it North Coast? Gosh, now I'm second guessing myself. No, it's not North Coast. North Coast makes
Rasputin.
Rasputin and Brother Thelonious.
Yes.
Brother Thelonious. Talk about a good ale.
Yeah.
That's
Indeed.
a delicious ale. Is that a quad?
I don't remember, but I know it's either a quad or a triple.
It's phenomenal.
Okay. Price point on this bad boy? Oof. I don't remember. Guys, I buy these in anticipation for this podcast, and it's like I get my discount, you know? So it's like I don't really like focus on the price.
Yeah. Take a picture.
Next time I will. Okay, but this like just came in.
Why don't we look it up? Why don't we
Okay.
look it up? Who sells this stuff? You think
Well, what's it called? Total Wine or something?
Total Wine? Let's look it up here. Total Wine Salted Caramel Porter.
That's good.
How's your day, Cisco?
It's pretty good. Worked. And that's about it.
That's about it.
You did. You've done a lot of work. See a bunch of new toys in the house.
Drove to Mission Viejo to pick up a desk. On the pictures, it looked a lot bigger. I was like, dude, this is perfect for our podcast. But I was like, it looks nice. It looks pretty big. It's like L-shaped, so like we can put all of the equipment on one side and then just,
Yeah.
you know. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll take it apart. You got a truck? And I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll fit it. I get down there and I look at the boards and they're laying on his garage. And I was like, this is tiny. And I looked at him and I was like, this is all the wood there is, right? Like, we're good. Can I take it inside? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, dang it. This thing's tiny, dude. But whatever. It was free. Maybe I'll use it for YouTube stuff. I'm over this.
Okay, so let's just say I don't remember. I feel like it was
Well,
like
we can't give it a price point that we're totally just making up and be like, yeah, it was worth it. I'd buy it again. 99 cents. I'd buy it again.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd
Worth
buy
it.
it again. I did buy it again, actually. So there's that.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I think get down to our rating here. 1 out of 10. I'm going to go ahead and rate this beer. I don't know the price point, so I'm just going to have to bypass that. But it's an important factor. I got to say, the price point is important.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we're doing people justice by giving him a rating on a beer that's lacking information. Let's say it costs $3 a can. That's pretty high. For a can, that's what? It's a 12-ounce can?
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it $3. I'd buy that for $3.
Yeah.
I'd buy one for you, your friend, and your other friend for $3. It's a tasty beer. All that granted, let's give this a drum roll 8.
Ooh.
Yeah. The reason why I'm giving it an 8. Actually, you give me your number first, and then I'll tell you why.
I was thinking 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So I gave it an 8 because rarely do people make good porters that I've had, right? Probably shouldn't have said that, because there's probably a lot of porters out. There are probably a lot of porters out there that are delicious. I just haven't gotten to try. Maybe other people have. So me saying that sounds ignorant.
Well, I mean, obviously you can't have
All
fast, under your belt and be like, well, of all the porters,
of all the porters that I've had.
Yeah, exactly. That's fair.
This is up there, right? Of course, the brewery makes really good porters.
Mm-hmm.
The brewery up in Placentia. But, dude, it tastes ridiculously good.
I feel like this is a very redemptive porter to me. Anyway, it's like I've thought to myself, okay, the color profile, the roasty, malty notes of a porter. Like, if I like stouts, I should like porters. But many of the ones I've had was just not good to me.
Yeah.
They lacked all the elements that this one has.
They're usually very watery.
Yeah. I feel
Not
like
a whole lot of flavor.
I feel like they've been very bitter.
They're see-through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a fermented coffee with added water.
Okay, that's not true. There's another porter that I had that was
Deschutes makes a good porter.
See, I didn't like that one, the Black Butte or whatever.
You didn't like that one?
I thought it was pretty bitter.
Okay.
I like the one. I think I had you try the bacon and eggs porter by Pizza Port.
I don't remember that.
It was like a breakfast oatmeal porter. And that thing was
Why eggs? Why did it have eggs on there?
Because I think it was breakfast.
It's breakfast.
It was a breakfast food,
Very good.
So I think the label of it had an egg with feet and arms, and bacon on it on a surfboard.
I remember that logo.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it tasted like.
It was good. I remember it was not as boozy as this.
This is very boozy.
Yeah.
And come on. I think I almost forgot the fact that it was aged for 6 months in bourbon barrels. Mm-hmm. That gives it a whole new flavor profile.
Indeed.
That I wouldn't have. I think it's like boozy because of that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
The head's pretty much gone. But it is viscous.
Nice feeling.
You know that sensation when you're about to take a sip of whiskey and the alcohol, the booziness of the whiskey kind of hits your palate before the whiskey actually does. Mm-hmm. You're like, ooh, like it's gonna be some good whiskey.
Yeah.
This is what that beer does before it hits your mouth. Mm-hmm. It lets you know.
Yeah, kind of like it heats it up.
You can tell that it's been around whiskey. Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Cool.
Delicious. Well, Cisco, before we end here, it's time for a game.
Oh.
All right, Cisco. Would you rather be in a jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Ooh. Dang. What kind of jail?
Prison. The toughest one.
What is it called? Like federal max or something like that? Like the toughest one? Wait, but is there Is it all women or is it all men?
It's all men.
I don't like the idea of getting raped in prison.
Yeah.
I feel like 1 year off my life when I'm like 88 might be a good thing. You know, like if like I know it's like I'm just gonna try to feed myself and can't do it.
I don't mean to get dark here, but what if you choose to take a year off your life and that means that tomorrow or a couple months from now, that was a year short of when you would have gone.
That's true. But I guess, I mean, how would you even know? Like,
You wouldn't. All you would know is that it's a year before you were supposed to.
I think the year off. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Prison, a lot of things can happen in prison, dude.
Yeah.
Somebody can shake me with a toothbrush.
Prison changes people.
Yeah. People walk different after prison.
But not everybody. Some people actually find their way in prison.
True. I was just going to say, I was thinking I could have learned a lot in prison. Like I could do a lot of reading.
What would you read in prison?
I don't know, like some philosophy books, some books on theology, some books on like government theory, like political science kind of stuff.
Government theory?
Yeah. I don't know, I just made that up. Is that a thing?
Like theoretical?
Like civics, maybe. Maybe it's a better way of saying it.
I thought you were talking about like government conspiracies.
That was a good one.
It's not a hit though. You were talking about like civics.
Civics, I guess. Like
Okay.
the way that government works, you know, like I don't know. That kind of thing. Like that stuff interests me. Like learning about Social Security as far as like obviously I know what it is, but like how effective has it been kind of a thing. Like learning about those types of things.
Well, the effectiveness of the government is a sad thing. And what game
Yes.
are we going to play now?
If this beer were an animal, what animal would it be?
A moose.
Ooh. I agree with that.
Yeah?
It's hairy. It's big.
That's not what I was thinking. It's hairy and it's big. Cheers.
Yep, hairy.
Cheers to that. Big, hairy beer.
It has a big personality. You know?
It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I thought moose because doesn't Anderson Valley have a beer that has like a picture of a moose on it?
So it has, I don't know if it's like a mythical, I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say it's mythical, but it's a beer, it's a bear with antlers.
I'll take that over a moose any day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Actually, no, because they're more dangerous. A bear's already dangerous.
With
Imagine if you
antlers.
put antlers on it. No thanks, dude.
Take over the world.
It doesn't even need to raise its paws at you.
Yeah, it's true.
It could just kebab you real quick.
Moose are the ones that we saw that video of where the moose is like walking just like along the side of the road and it's just like
Huge.
towering above the cars.
Huge. They're gigantic.
It's like an elephant. I think it was huge.
Compared to other animals, that's Costco.
Imagine if we hunted one of those.
It's a lot of meat.
Yeah, how much
It's a
food
lot
we
of
have?
meat, son.
Moose, I like it.
Yeah.
So far we have
Also because of the colors. I don't know. Something about...
it's kind of a wintry, like mountainy kind of feel. Yeah,
Like fall almost.
sure.
Hills. I don't know.
So far we have moose. We have a drunken monkey. We have
Raccoon.
raccoon.
Yeah.
That was was that the first one? Or we didn't play this game the first episode.
No.
Okay, so those are 3 animals so far.
You made this up.
Episode
After
2.
episode 1.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for listening and watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fun.
It's been real, y'all.
Go get yourself a salted caramel porter.
We're still getting everything down as far as like video and platform and where we're going to release this. So be patient with us. You might just hear all of this at once.
Right.
You'll be like, what? They've been doing this for how many weeks? But we're just recording whenever we can to figure out.
Exactly.
Goodbye, guys.
Ball horning.